Dead Rails is a Roblox game set in 1899 where players embark on a train journey through a zombie-infested America to reach Mexico in search of a rumored cure for the devastating zombie plague. But that's what we all know, right? Because it's given in the game description. But what's the deep hidden lore behind the game? And what are the hidden secrets of it? In this video, I'll show you the exact story and lore behind the popular Roblox game known as Dead Rails. So make sure you watch till the end and make sure you like and subscribe as it will really help me out. But with that, let's get started. So according to the lore of the game and the paper posters, the stuff you find on the ground, right, that you can use for fuel, the paper and all, we know that the origins of this catastrophe trace back to August 6th, 1895, when inventor Nikola Tesla was commissioned by Washington DC to develop a bioweapon which emulates the effects of yellow fever. This is given in the telegraph on one of the papers that are in the game. I'll show you a picture if I can. Tesla's creation, also known as Agent 15, was created ahead of schedule. However, an accident during its handling led to exposure, turning all the workers into zombies and resulting in Tesla's brain being preserved in a jar to ensure his survival, basically. But the other workers were all turned into zombies. Basically, this Agent 15 thing is some kind of bioweapon that was being developed by Nikola Tesla, basically, for military purposes. But there was an issue with the handling it, and a lot of workers got exposed and basically turned into zombies. Now, in February 1898, Captain Prescott received orders to store shipments of Agent 15 temporarily before they transferred to the USS Marine, right? Shortly after, he was instructed to destroy all communications related to Agent 15 and the USS Marine, hinting at a cover-up. Basically, they didn't want to let the public know that what Agent 15 was, because it was basically a zombie plague, right? And well, obviously, if the public knew about this, then everyone would start going crazy. Now, in 1899, the current year that the game plays on, where we are in the train and all, the zombie plague had decimated the American continent. Survivors, desperate for salvation, boarded trains to traverse the treacherous landscape toward Mexico, where a cure was believed to exist. Throughout their journey, they faced relentless threats from zombies, outlaws, and other dangers, all while uncovering fragments of the dark history that led to the world's collapse. And we can see this by, well, the countless houses with all the zombies trapped in it. It probably shows that how these guys were probably chilling in their houses and chilling in their towns, but probably a single zombie infected the other, and then the virus spread and spread, where everyone then became a zombie. The few survivors were probably the one who are the outlaws, which have the guns and are not a zombie, but well, since they're outlaws, they don't really care about the law. So that's why they hunt us to probably loot our stuff and steal our stuff for themselves, because the game is basically setting up a world where resources are scarce. There is just not enough resources for anyone. So that's the main reason why these outlaws are out here trying to kill us. The infected wolves, you know, the one you often see in the Blood Moon, where they spawn and they're really strong and chase you down with immense speed. They also have a lot of HP. Well, normally you would just look at them and look at the wolf, then you would say, oh, it's just a zombified wolf, right? That's why, well, basically they're so strong. But I feel that's not the case, because, well, this is my own theory, but it feels as if the wolves, the zombified wolves, are more of prototypes that would be handling the brain of Nikola Tesla. Because if you have seen the Nikola Tesla boss fight, well, you would know that the bodies for these zombified wolves and Nikola Tesla are exactly the same. In the laboratory, we assemble the body with Nikola Tesla's brain in a jar, which, well, gives him a new body with, and he tries to kill us and all. But if you look at these wolves, they have the exact same body with exactly the same proportions, which doesn't make sense, because these wolves, they are not infected by other zombies. They are prototypes that were formed when Nikola Tesla was trying to make a body for himself, or the other scientists were trying to make a body for Nikola Tesla. So that explains these wolves having huge proportions and a strong body, which they shouldn't, because they're wolves. A zombified wolf shouldn't look like this, because we know that the zombie, when the human turns into a zombie, they don't transform into something. They just stay in the same body that they are, but they just kind of like become green and become a zombified version of themselves, rather than becoming a huge malformed body like this wolf right here. Which explains that these wolves aren't zombified wolves, they are just prototypes that were made by the scientists. The vampire is a fearful foe that appears at the night, or especially a blood moon night. They can teleport behind you, they are faster than you, a bit faster, and well, you can sell them for a bit of money. But well, I don't think people question this, but why do they exist? Why are vampires in this game? Because the plague, it's the zombie plague, right? It mimics effects of yellow fever that makes them look like zombies and act like zombies, but it still doesn't explain why there exist vampires. Because sure, we have zombies, but vampires are creatures that suck human blood so that they can live, and they're affected by the sunlight. Unlike the zombies are not affected by sunlight, which really questions me, because why do vampires exist in this game? It's not like the scientists that gave Tesla Nikola a body can just prototype a vampire into life. I don't think so, at least. So why do they exist in this game? Why are there vampires? There can be many theories, but I feel like the vampire needs a video on himself alone if it needs to be explained, a theory on vampires itself. So I'll have to leave it on that, and let's go to the next one. Another thing that people don't question is, well, if we think about it, it's not like we are infected by the virus. So why are we going to Mexico in the first place to get the cure? Right? Unless we are some government official playing the game. But it's not like we are infected, so won't it be better if we just stay hiding in the safe zone thing while everyone gets uninfected by the virus with the cure, right? Why are we traveling to Mexico to get the cure? It doesn't make sense, right? It also questions that, as the player, who are we? Are we some scientist, or are we some like random person? The game makes us seem like we are just some survivors of the virus who were living in some area because we spawn near the train, right? Like we are survivors that are going to travel to Mexico running from these zombies. But if we are already safe when the train is near the main zone area, why are we running in the first place? Is it like Mexico does not have zombies? It doesn't make sense, because it's not like we are infected, so why do we need the cure? So that's also another question. Though it can be answered if we're like some official who's gonna distribute the cure and try to cure all the zombies. But I feel like the game makes us seem like we're survivors, like plain survivors of the cure. So why are we going to Mexico to get the cure? These are the main speculations in today's video that I made. If you like this video, then comment down below. I'm willing to make more theory videos like this, depending on the support on this video. So thank you for watching if you're watching till here, and see you in the next one.